Hi everybody, it's Wednesday morning, September 23rd, and I'm here to explain to you how to do the work during the asynchronous time that's due before Friday when I see you again this week. The goal of this is to show you where this page is in OneNote, which you may already know, but also how to screen share between OneNote and this student guide in Schoology that's going to be needed to be accessed while we're also working on OneNote. So I want to show you those two things. Just a couple reminders. It's the current week folder that always has in it the materials we need for the current week. Here's where the slides from Monday and Tuesday were. For us, that was Tuesday. Here's where our current week schedule is, and then the assignments that we are doing this week. These we did in class yesterday. This is what you're watching now, and this is the asynchronous work you're doing, the page you're doing on OneNote, again, between now and when I see you again on Friday. If you're ever unclear about what to do in the asynchronous time between class Tuesday and class Friday, or Friday and again on Tuesday, it's always going to be in this calendar here. And we can see that the work to be done is to watch this video once again and to do the E1 initial ideas page. And then after class on Friday, of course I'll see you Friday and explain more about this. This is the work that you'd be doing between Friday and when again I see you on Tuesday. So I'm going back to Schoology, and I'd like you to notice that I've added this to our Schoology page. It's a link to our notebook. Should have had that there all along. Just realized I could do this. So if you click on this, it actually opens our class notebook. So you can get to it from Schoology now instead of through Office 365, which is still fine, or using the app icon on your school computer. So I'm going to click on this, and that's going to open OneNote. And it takes a little bit to pop up. I'm going to pretend that I'm Danny today. So if I were Danny, I would click on my personal folder. Remember, the work that we do is in our personal folder or the collaboration space, but never the content library. If you're having trouble editing pages, it's maybe because you're in the content library. So then I go to the Energy Notebook, which is what we were in on Tuesday, and it's this page here, the initial ideas, that you'll be doing again before Friday. If I click on the page above it, though, this is the intro page to this activity in the energy unit called Exploring Velocity. And the key question that we'll be answering in this activity over the next couple of weeks is how can you represent both the speed and direction of an object? So we'll be able to answer that question again in a couple of weeks. I'm going to click on the initial ideas page. This again is the page you'll be doing. And at the top we see this link to a student guide. This link is going to be on many pages as you work through OneNote this semester. Whenever it's there, you're going to tend to need to click on it because that opens up a digital version of this notebook, the student guide, that has some information or instructions in it that you'll be needing while you're working in OneNote. And what you want is to be able to access the student guide and OneNote at the same time, which is where screen sharing comes in. If you have an extra monitor, you could extend that and have one window on one monitor and the other one on your main monitor. So I'm going to click on this, and inside of Schoology it will open up the student guide. But the problem is that they're in two tabs in the same window, and I'd have to go back and forth between the tabs to see what's in the student guide. What I want to do is get one of these in a different window. So if I highlight that whole URL and hit Control-C, and then I come down here to my Chrome icon, right-click, and open New Window, and then I Control-V, I've copied and pasted that URL into a new window. Now I've got OneNote open in an entire separate window. And I could toggle between them, using Alt-Tab. Oh, my computer's flipping out. All right, so here's my student guide in one window, and here's OneNote in the other window. I now want to split my screen. So I'm going to minimize one of the windows, grab that little box up here, and then when I drag this window off to the right side of my screen, what it will do is place this window right in the right-hand side of my screen. So there it is. Now I can pick from all these other windows that I want to share my screen with or split my screen with, and I want the student guide on the other half of the screen. So I've split my screen. It's an easy way to do it. I can have one screen bigger than the other, or one window bigger than the other, but I'm going to have them be equal, and I'm going to Control zoom out on this so we can see a little bit more of the OneNote window on my small screen. All right, so what it says now over here in OneNote is to go to page 1 of the student guide. That's my table of contents, and there's page 1. And again, this first activity within the unit energy is exploring velocity. I recommend you read the purpose. Here again is the key question that we saw earlier on that page above the initial ideas page in OneNote. And this is what you're being asked to do on this page in OneNote. Imagine driving in your car. When you first start, you push on the gas pedal and the car starts moving and then picks up speed. Once you reach the speed limit, you drive at a constant speed for a while. Then you come up to a stop and use the brakes to slow the car down and make it stop. So what we're doing in OneNote is this. Draw 2 different ways of showing the motion of the car during its drive. Label when the car was speeding up, moving at a constant speed, and slowing down. Now down here it says share your ideas with your group members. You won't do this. You're doing this one individually. So it's over here in OneNote that you'll do that. And I suspect you'll probably want to use the draw function up here to be able to, again, show this difference in motion a couple of different ways. It's up to you to decide how you want to do that. And if you want to challenge yourself and do more than 2 ways, up to 5 ways, feel free to do so. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, drop into office hours. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you all on Friday.